When do we need to take profits? That is the question I'm gonna answer in this video, guys. Because it can be quite hard to take some profits, because maybe you are in a nice profit of 5x currently and you're thinking, was this the Bitcoin top and do I need to cash everything out right now? It can be a smart move, but also Bitcoin can go way higher and we don't know, but there is data on-chain available that predict in the past the history of Bitcoin and also the tops of Bitcoin. So I will explain you step by step what each indicator or chart means. So as an example, we're gonna talk about the Bitcoin chart itself. We're gonna talk about the Pi cycle top indicator, but also we're gonna talk about the Rainbow price chart, the also MVRV Z score, and also of course the funding rates and what can we find in these data. So let's start first with the Bitcoin price itself. Bitcoin is currently trading at an all-time high. We are currently at 71,000. Who expected this price before the halving? I didn't. I thought we will be around 50,000. Around that before the halving, 45 maybe, but 71,000. And currently with the ETF and the money inflow of the ETF, it's getting crazy and crazier. I think 2 or 3 days ago, it was a new record of 10,000 Bitcoin was bought through the ETF in one day. It was $1 billion US. And man, we're getting crazy times. So many people will get rich from this cycle, and I hope to do this together with you guys. I'm making videos to inform you about the market situation, find new gems, and I think we do it quite well. We had some nice calls on the channel also. So if you're still here, guys, watching the video, you like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's talk about Bitcoin. So we are currently in all-time high. What can we expect? Because we don't know what kind of price support and resistance levels are in this zone, because everybody is in profit right now. If you bought here, you are in a profit. If you bought here, you are in a profit. If you bought here, you are in a profit. Now the only guys who bought at 73,000, yes, they are in a loss. Yeah, I know, but almost everyone is right now in a profit. And yeah, so there is not a reason to sell right now. But there are people, of course, who bought at 90,000 and maybe use some leverage, and they have currently a very big profit. But it makes no sense to sell everything right now if we are still, I think, halfway of the bull market. So I want to tell later on in this video, I want to calculate how many days did it take for Bitcoin from the bottom to the top in the previous cycles, or how many days it took from breaking the all-time high to the top, because this cycle is different. In history of Bitcoin, we didn't saw an all-time high before the halving, because this is happening because the price is already priced in. We saw it with the ETF. So many people expected Bitcoin going up because of the ETF. And afterwards, what happened was there was no price increase after the ETF approval, because everybody who wants to buy was already inside and we saw a dump. Same with the halving. I personally think we can expect some volatility because everything is already priced in and we can expect people taking profits or a sell the news event. We don't know. We just want to be prepared. So when do we need to take profits? So I will tell you that later on, but let's go first to the P cycle top, and also let me tell you more about this one. This chart shows you the 111 moving day average. This is the orange line. We also have the 350 days moving average, and this is the green line. And it says, when we scroll down, what is this indicator? So the P cycle top forecast, the cycle of Bitcoin top market cycles, it attempts to predict the point where Bitcoin price will peak before pulling back. It does this on major high time frames. It has picked the absolute tops of Bitcoin major price movings. So what can we see in the past? So in 2019, we saw Bitcoin was touching the green line and we saw a reaction. We saw it in 2021. It touched the green line. We saw a small correction, but there was too much hype and too much people buying Bitcoin, and we saw breaking above. Currently, if we zoom in, we are above. We are retesting exactly the green line, guys. I'm not sure if you can see it, but look at how exact it bounced back from this green line. We broke above, we retested it here, and again we retested the green line. it's so sick. Like when we get below this line, I think we can go way lower, but we are still above, so it's a good sign. So the next one, the rainbow price chart. Like every color has its own title and its own meaning. So this blue line is the buy zone. And what we saw was like, even they need to add more colors, because when we look at the bottom here, we saw Bitcoin was way below the blue color. So it was so super cheap, like it was insane. But everybody was so scared that Bitcoin was going more down than 15,000. And the people who bought there are so happy right now. So the green one, accumulate, like this is the zone where you want to buy more Bitcoin. And we are currently still in this zone. Like this is the accumulation zone. When we enter this color, we are doing fine with buying Bitcoin. But once we get in this one, the light green area or the yellow one, it is more like hodl, don't buy and don't put any fresh money in. Maybe start taking out already 20%. Like even if you are currently at a 5x or a 10x, it doesn't harm you to take already 20% out. Have it in USDT. And if we see a dip, you have cash to buy more of your favorite coins. And if you don't have that, it is like, and you see the price going more downwards, you hate yourself. Like, why I didn't sold earlier? I don't have any profit to buy more of my tokens. You have the same amount. But when you take out 20 or 25%, when you have already a nice profit, now you take 25% out, the price is increasing. Guess how you feel? You feel fine because the price is increasing. You're still inside for 80%. And when we see maybe a dip, when Bitcoin is at 80,000 or something, we see a correction. You have money on the sideline to buy the dip. And that feels great, guys. Believe me, guys, it feels very great to have some USDT on the sideline. So this one is one of my favorites. This one is so accurate. Like, check this out. We can see the 2012, 2014. We can see a run, right? We see a top of Bitcoin here currently 2,500 is the price. We see it peaked above this red area. Above, we saw a correction. Same happened again. We touched the red area. We see a correction. And again, when we are in the green area, we want to buy Bitcoin. So here was a very good buy opportunity. Same here. We were below the blue line. And it was a good buy opportunity. It was the bottom of the Bitcoin. Same happens here. We can see Bitcoin, we can see the orange line touching the red box, and this was the top. Again, like how exactly is the top? So when it touched the red box, I will start taking out profits. I will do it earlier already. So when I see a 3 or 5x, I take 20% out. When I see a dip, I buy more. But soon as we get in this yellow area, I will not buy again the dips, because I cannot predict the top. I can only play it smart, and I want to be the smart guy who take profits along the way. So many people will not do it. I know a guy around me. He said in 2021 he was in good profit, like trust me, very good profit. He made from around 30,000 euro, he made 2 million in his wallet. And do you think he took any profit? He didn't. He didn't took any profit when he was at 2 million. Guess what you can do with 2 million? If you are playing it smart, you don't have to work anymore in your life. Like not a single day if you play it smart. But he didn't took profit, not even a single penny. Like he was still holding his bag along the way in this current cycle. But he hopes to do it again and now taking profits, of course, because he learned his lesson. But it's, oh man, I can't understand. Take profits along the way. Buy back lower so you can increase your bag. And also, when we are at a certain hype, like when the barber is talking to you about crypto, this is the first sign that the normies are in. And when they are in, we want to get out. We want to take their money and they buy and we sell. They buy our tokens. That's how it works. Somebody is losing, the other side somebody's winning, and we want to be the winners. So don't be a greedy person that wants only at 100x. Be happy with some lower amount. But of course, another thing, example, if somebody invests $2,000, and this is okay money, of course, but you are in 10x currently, it's 20,000. It's a lot, but it can be spent in 1 year or even 2 months. 20,000 is not a lot in that way. But imagine now you saved 50,000. You invested this. And now we are in a 10x. Now we have 500,000 and this can change your life. Now it can be smart to take profits, like 20% out. Take 100,000 out, put it in your pocket. You're still in for 400,000 and nobody is gonna take away this 100,000 for you. Even after this run, you made 50,000. You're super happy. And yeah, I hope you understand my situation here. You don't want to be the greediest person, but of course, you also don't want to be scared. So I keep a close eye on the MVRV Z-score. Write this down, add it to your favorites. It's available on Look Into Bitcoin. Also in my description, you can find the website of Look Into Bitcoin. They have so many charts, like a lot of them. You also can see the amount of wallets. Like we can see how many addresses of Bitcoin. Like if we click here, I will show you. What is the holder amount of more than 1,000 Bitcoin doing? They are currently selling, guys. I'm not sure if you see it, but since January this year, we can see the whales with holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin are buying. And now they start selling their Bitcoin, not a small amount. It's around 100 wallets holding more than 100,000 Bitcoin. Sorry, 1,000 Bitcoin. And does it harm the price? No, because more and more retail is incoming. So we need to see an increase in price, increase in Bitcoin on another wallet. Like this one is staying the same, so they are not buying or selling. Also, the people holding more than 10 Bitcoins are selling currently. They are selling, guys. And the people with holding more than 1 Bitcoin are also selling. So what is left? Also selling? There is somebody buying, but I don't know who. But here we can find it. Like we can see the amount of wallets with holding more than 10,000 Bitcoin is increasing. We had 105 and currently at 109. So 40,000 Bitcoin is here. And also I think a lot of them are on exchanges. Like a lot of them are holding on Binance, Maxi, KuCoin, and people keep their Bitcoin there instead of putting it on their own wallet because the price is so volatile right now. They maybe want to take profits, or they want to sell it, or they want to buy more in a fast way. You don't want to send it over from your ledger to another wallet, but no problem. So let's get back to the funding rates. This one is also very interesting. As we can see here is when we look in the past. I talked about it earlier already. I put it on daily. We can see when the moment Bitcoin starts increasing and everybody is so hyped. This means everybody is longing and everybody is having profits. We can see that the funding rates are increasing. And when we are at the level of 0.10, this means that the amount of interest, we can see that we can expect a drop. It needs to be reset. We need to shake out the longs so we can expect a downwards move. Same happens here again. 0.1, another downwards move. This one was around 0.1 and again downwards move. And now again less people are longing, so the interest rates wouldn't be that high because less people are inside the market. Some people left already. Some people lose money here already. And now we saw a big downwards move and we can now see negative rates. So it's a good moment to long because you always want to do the opposite of the market. Now we're getting to this point. We can see what is the current funding rate. Like it was for a certain amount very high, around 0.07. It's around this area, like, but not that high. So it means also we can see here in the previous chart, we are in the middle way of the current cycle. That's what I'm thinking. Do I sell already? Everything? No, I will not do. We are in the middle, like in the middle of this area. As soon as we get closer around the 6, I will start taking out profits and will not buy back also. So it's not based on one chart. It's based on multiple charts, keeping a close eye on everything. So let's get back. How many days did Bitcoin take from the bottom to the top? Like the first top. I already made a video about that earlier on, but it's exactly the same, around 850 days. It's also happening here. But I want to know something different because it doesn't make sense to count the bottom because it's not valid anymore. It's way earlier right now. It now took only, for the all-time high, it took only 490 days. We are so much quicker, like 50% quicker. It's insane. So let's watch the top. We can see the top was here, and now we can see we broke above all-time high here, and now we can see it took 120 days to the first top. So where are we in 120 days from the current top? We are at July 2024, and if we take this one, it's almost at the end of 2025. I think if out of my head it was October or September. It was around 800 days. And I know for sure it was like halfway, like March 2025 or maybe something later. But we don't want to know this. We only want to know this. So July 2024 can be the top of the Bitcoin. It can be. Like if we look at the past, we broke above all-time high. We saw 120 days, Bitcoin top. July. But what if we put this line to here, 336 days? Now we have a way different thing. Like we are now currently sitting at 330 days, like February 2025. This can be, but I'm also thinking at the same time, everything goes way faster. People getting smarter, people are aware of the cycle, people are priced in on ETF, priced in on the halving. So more and more people are inside the market already. They also know we can expect a drop at this date. Let me take profits earlier. So everything is priced in when buying and also selling. So I personally expect Bitcoin to do, I think, in around 2024, halfway July until September, around that one, in the middle there, we can expect a Bitcoin top. I cannot predict it, I only can watch closely this chart, funding rates, rainbow chart, or the P cycle, or I can check the wallet amount of Bitcoin holders. Are the whales selling with more than 1,000 Bitcoin, 10,000 or 100? Let's watch and keep an eye on the data. That's so important. So guys, I hope you learned something in this video. Like and subscribe if you like my content. Also, let me know, what kind of videos do you like? Do you want to see more about new upcoming projects? Do you want to see more about the market insights or anything like that? Let me know in the comments and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.